Hello and a warm welcome to the program Smart Move. Smart Move is the platform where we give you insight as to the activities of the state government and how these activities are impacting the lives of Deltans. I am Christine Emitulu. Now, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry is charged with the responsibility of facilitating economic growth in the state, thereby achieving the SMART agenda, especially Articles 1, which is Strategic Wealth Creation Initiatives and Job Creation for All, as well as part of Article 3, which is Industrialization. How is the Ministry of Commerce and Industry keying into the SMART agenda towards creating or achieving prosperity for all Deltans? That will be coming up on the segment MDAs in Focus, where the Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Barrister Mary Iyasere, briefs on the ongoing ministerial press briefings. Also coming up is a quiz segment where we find out from you how much you know about Delta State. We also find out who the winners of the quiz are for last week. Also coming up, we hear the thoughts of Deltans as to how the Ifeanyi Okowa-led administration is impacting their lives. These and more coming up on this edition of the program, Smart Move. We enjoin you to do stay tuned.
It's Jafaru once again. Ifeanyi Okowa, the man of the people. We call him talk and do. The man we sabi, I throw away salute. Things you've done for Delta, we go Kene Jehovah. Oh yeah, throw away salute. I throw away salute. Okowa, I throw away salute. I throw away salute. Everybody throw away salute. We throw away salute. Oh yeah, we throw away salute. We throw away salute. You came to rule Delta when there was recession. But right now, all we see today is progression. Your smart agenda, you don't bring the solution. You have shown Deltans the riches we have beyond the oil. Mama and Papa, them they leave you well.
I'm Eric Sinite by name. Well, I was so happy, but it's not easy. Out of thousands of people, I saw my name. I was so happy.
After we finished our training, we were given our starter pack and some money to start our businesses. Right now, I'm doing my dream, which is being my own boss. I have been able to train 13 students. With determination, I've been able to get to where I am today by the grace of God and hard work.
Since I received the starter packs, my life has not been the same.
We are trained in this in the year 2015, and we got our starter pack in 2016 February precisely. We got some staffs, like over 16 casual staff and 2 permanent staff.
Another signature project of the Okowa-led administration is the ongoing construction of a new state secretariat, 6 floors in all. This ongoing work has also created jobs and wealth for Deltans, as local manpower constitutes almost 90% of the workforce.
I want to appreciate the state government for allowing us to showcase our talent.
And this project has enabled me personally to put food on the table for my family.
Very visible efforts to revive the Asaba International Airport has also gladdened the people's mind.
We thank God for our airport, which has opened again to business.
Okowa, they work. Based on the new structures you have provided for us, so that one is okay for us.
Everybody throw a salute. We throw a salute. Oh yeah, we throw a salute. We throw a salute. Oh yeah, throw a salute. We throw a salute. Okowa, I throw a salute. We throw a salute. Everybody throw a.
I testify.
I testify.
I testify.
Department of Industry. Department of Industry is that which takes care of industrial business. It is the expectation of government that at least 30% of the total employment in the state should be contributed by the state industrial sector. This is why the Delta State government places high premium on the private sector industrial economy. An articulate industrial policy for the state is thereby of great importance, since it stimulates the respective complementary roles of both government and private sector in the state industrial sector. Consequently, to make certain that the interests of all stakeholders are covered, the ministry through the department extensively engages both government, key MDAs and the private sector like NAN, NASI and ASIMA. The last edition of the State Industrial Policy was published in 2014. A review of this document is in progress and is being made to reflect the spirit of the SMART agenda of the present administration. Industrial Policy. That booklet covers the policy of government, what is government interest in industry and all that are published in that document. Privatization and commercialization of state-owned enterprises. Following the successful hosting of the Presidential Economic Diversification Initiative, mission of the federal government to Delta State from 28 to 30 September 2017, the organizations which indicated interest to invest in the ailing Bender Steel Structure Limited and Moribund Bender Glass Industry Limited listed for rehabilitation during the Presidential Economic Diversification Initiative mission were considered. Consequently, Kaka Gas Limited was approved by ESCO to invest in Bender Steel Structure, with Bender State retaining the percentage shareholding of 20%. Also, Vista Limited was given approval by ESCO to invest in Bender Glass Industry Limited, with Bender State government retaining the percentage shareholding of 20%. In all this, 5% goes to the communities. To this end, the Honorable Commissioner and Attorney General Commissioner for Justice was directed to prepare appropriate memorandum of understanding between Delta State government and Messrs. Kaka Gas and Sylvester Limited. The one for Sylvester Limited has actually been signed. Industrial Development Centers. The IDC is a collaboration between the federal government and the state. Delta State provides the land for the development of these centers, while the federal government builds and equips the center. The process of acquisition of land for the center by the state has reached an advanced stage. The ministries are awaiting the issuance of CFO for the IDC in the state. In the interim, accommodation for the IDC staff are in the state, being provided by the state government. The state's enterprises, the state-owned enterprises that need attention. We have the Bender Glass Industry Limited. This one was closed in 1981, but it's going to be revamped very soon. Bender Steel Structure operating below its store capacity. ESCO has approved that it should be privatized, and it is going to Kaka Gas for refurbishment. Uzuri Cassava Factory. It's good, nothing is wrong with it, but we want it to be run by private sector. And there are a lot of people who have indicated interest, and ESCO is looking at it. The Industrial Stakeholders Forum, Africa Industrialization Day. The annual event instituted by the Conference of African Ministers of Ministries is to raise awareness among African governments and people on the vital role of industrialization in the socio-economic development of the African continent. The 2016 edition was held on Monday, 21st November 2016 at Hotel Peninsula, Asaba, with the theme financing industrialization in Africa, challenges and winning strategies. At that event, a newly created business development unit of the ministry was unveiled. The business development unit is the operationalization or the ease of doing business in Delta State. Then we have the Commerce Department. The Department of Commerce is charged with the responsibility of initiating and executing trade policies of the state government, including registration of business premises, export and trade promotions, fairs, exhibitions, development of trade fair complexes, and in the interim, the construction and development of selected markets in the state. Construction of markets. The present administration, because of its desire to open up especially rural areas of the state through commercial activities, approved the development of 5 markets at Orokwe, Owalero, Omadi, Igbodo, and Isiokoro. Work on the construction of Orokwe and Igbodo markets have been completed, while that of Omadi, Owalero, Isiokoro are at various stages of completion. The state government also, in a bid to ensure that all abandoned projects are completed, has given approval for work to commence at Udu Harbour Market, and the contractor is about going back to site to commence work. The Delta State government, in furtherance of our desire to open up the state, especially at the local government area, through commercial activities, has recently awarded contracts to 5 other companies to construct 3 markets at Ozoro, Burutu, Ogara, Kwale, and Ablaka Owanta. All this the government is doing to make sure that commercial activities in the rural area really comes up, because you will discover that most of our people are traders, and the rural people, the main business they do is trading. Revenue generation. The ministry, during the period under review, engaged 3 consultancy firms to enumerate the collection of revenue on business premises in 3 senatorial districts of the state on behalf of the state government. Small and medium scale enterprises department. This department is charged with the responsibility of transforming and keeping track on SMEs in the state. The Delta State government, through the ministry, recognizes that SME reduce poverty, create jobs, build capacity, and achieve sustainable economic development, particularly at the grassroots level. The main achievement of the ministry in the area of small and medium enterprises are outlined as the completion of the ongoing Feed Me project. The 4 Feed Me projects are located at Ekpa in Ovia local government, Ubeji, Warri South local government, Owalosimi in Nika Northeast local government, and Camp 74, Oshimili South local government. 2 of these fish feed mills, namely Ubie and Alosimi Awanta, have been completed by this administration. The construction of these factories and acquired equipment have been installed and are ready for operation. The cooperative department. The cooperative department is one of the 4 professional departments in the ministry. It is a service department charged with the primary responsibility of registration, organization and supervision of cooperative activities, unions and agencies within the state to ensure their effective performance. The department, on behalf of the ministry, is collaborating with other MDAs in achievement of the set goals of the present administration. The activities. The department has registered 4,497 cooperative societies for 2015 to date, thereby bringing the total number of registered cooperative societies in the state to 39,093. The cooperative movement constitutes the various cooperative organizations in the state and has a strong capital base of over 47 billion. internally generated by the corporators domiciled in the various cooperative societies, unions, and apex bodies. Though cooperative societies are expected to be self-financing, that is, generate the necessary finance for their operation through their members, the mopped-up funds are grossly inadequate for their business operation because of the level of cooperative development in the state. Since cooperatives have been identified as a veritable vehicle for economic growth of any country, the state microcredit agencies have been helping some of them to boost their capital base. Access of the cooperative department. The department has shopping center built by the Delta state government located in different parts of the state. We have the Obashuku, which is completed and in use, Wale completed and in use, Abe completed and in use, Ozoro completed and in use, Ugele completed and in use, Agbaro completed but demolished by the community for land problems, Agbo completed, Ole completed and in use, Efun in dispute, Igbide, Ozoro completed and in use, Umunede completed and in use, Sapile completed, Obiaroko completed and in use, Kokori land completed, Iseluku completed, Wari completed. We have the administration department. The Department of Administration is one of the departments which enables the ministry to carry out her functions successfully. The department is charged with the responsibility of human resources management of the ministry and relates with all the departments in discharge of her responsibilities. The staff strength. We have a total staff strength of 284, made up of 164 male and 120 female. Thank you, and God bless us.
On this edition of the program Smart Move, the Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Barrister Mrs. Mary Iyasere, briefed the press. Now, one of the questions that the journalists sought answers to was, trade fairs add a lot of value to the economy of states. If being held in Delta State, how much value have these trade fairs added to the economy of Delta State?
Trade fair. In other states, you say ICA is a means of yielding, helping the economy, but in Delta State, it has not yielded any positive result. That's not true. That is not true. Up to 2008, trade fair development and trade fair hosting in this state was very, very vibrant. I was once the chairman of the Delta State Chamber of Commerce. And I remember that the trade fair that I organized in 2008, 2009 was very, very vibrant. A lot of people came from many states, from other states, and the trade fair ground at Osubi was full, and a lot of business actually happened. What has happened that we have not had any trade fair recently in Delta is because the trade fair center is being renovated. The trade fair center is being renovated. And trade fair organization is not done by the Ministry of Commerce. It is the business of the Chamber of Commerce. We only collaborate with them. If they call us to say that they want to hold trade fair, we will do what we are expected to do, but we cannot initiate the organization of trade fair. For your own knowledge, trade fair hosting is a right of the Chamber of Commerce, NASIMA, Nigerian Association of Chamber of Commerce, and they only give franchise to the states to organize trade fair. And when they give this franchise to the Delta State Chamber of Commerce, it is their business to organize trade fair and the right to the government to collaborate with them. I remember vividly that when I was chairman of the Delta State Chamber of Commerce, I never allowed the state government to dictate to us what we should do as Chamber of Commerce. And now that I'm commissioner in the ministry, I'm not going to dictate to them.
I testify.
I testify.
I testify.
Since when Okowa enter seat, like that, since that time we started to see light for Okowa West.
If you dey pass, they watch some school, just they renew everywhere. If you see school now, everywhere they good.
My own husband is a retired teacher. Since 2008, they're not a PAM for federal, for his own retirement. Okowa have paid from 2008 to 2018.
Job creation with government white-collar job, that has been on standstill. But in other areas like the smart agenda, maybe people going back to the farm and then maybe empowering one or two people, but not one or two people, empowering people. I think he's trying also.
They've tried to improve infrastructure pertaining roads, schools, them hospitals.
And that does it for this edition of the program Smart Move, where today the Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Barrister Mrs. Mary E. Yasere, have been bringing us up to speed as to how the Ministry of Commerce and Industry is keen into the smart agenda of the state government towards realizing prosperity for all Deltans. We also found out who our quiz winners were for last week. Are you one of the winners? If then, we say very big congratulations to you. The question for this week is right there on screen for you. We also heard the thoughts of Deltans as to how the Okowa-led administration is impacting their lives. Is your life being touched by this administration? Is there anything, your aspirations, that you would like to communicate to the state government? Then all you need to do is follow us on our social media platforms right there on your screen. Until next time, when another edition of the program Smart Move comes your way, and of course, on behalf of other members of the production team, I am Christine Emetulu. Do remember, think smart and move smart. Goodbye.